Come with us now as we ascend into the warm Florida air. We leave the ground behind, rising gently, almost imperceptibly. Below us, a remarkable landscape begins to unfold. It is a place where human design and the natural world have merged in a truly unique fashion. This is Cape Coral, a city built upon a dream of water. From this vantage point, high above, the world transforms. The sounds of the city fade, replaced by the gentle hum of our ascent and the vast, quiet expanse of the sky. We are privileged observers, about to witness a spectacle of color, pattern, and life. It is a perspective that reveals secrets hidden from those on the ground. The first thing one notices is the sheer scale of the blue. It is everywhere. The deep sapphire blue of the Gulf of Mexico kisses the horizon, while 1,000 ribbons of turquoise and aquamarine weave their way through the land itself. These are the famous canals, the lifeblood of the city, shimmering under the brilliant sun like polished gemstones. They create a mesmerizing pattern, a geometric marvel. The sun reflects off these liquid streets, sending glints of light back up to us, as if the city is winking, sharing its radiant secret. It is a breathtaking sight, a mosaic of land and sea stitched together with threads of pure, life-giving water. Now, let us turn our attention to the most defining feature of this remarkable place, its canals. There are over 400 miles of them here, more than any other city on Earth. It is an astonishing feat of engineering and vision. From our aerial perspective, they form an intricate lattice, a grid of water that is both beautiful and functional. They are the city's veins, carrying life and leisure deep into every neighborhood. Each canal is a private highway to the sea, a promise of adventure just beyond the backyard. The canals are not uniform. They possess their own unique characters. Some are wide and stately, like grand boulevards, lined with impressive homes and docks. We can see the dark shapes of manatees, those gentle giants of the sea, moving slowly and deliberately just beneath the surface, their presence a cherished indicator of the health of these aquatic ecosystems. Observing the pattern from above is utterly mesmerizing. The straight, clean lines of the man-made channels intersect with the soft, organic curves of the natural coastline and riverbanks. The sunlight plays upon the water's surface, creating a dynamic, ever-changing display. In the morning, it is a brilliant, reflective mirror, and by afternoon, it becomes a deep, cool emerald. This network connects the community in a fundamental way. We see kayakers paddling in quiet solitude, their colorful crafts adding small, bright punctuation marks to the scene. They are a testament to a dream, a bold idea to create a waterfront paradise where access to the sea was not a luxury for a few, but a reality for many. And from the sky, that dream is laid bare in all its sprawling, watery glory. While the blue of the water captures the eye, it is the green that gives the city its soul. From our elevated position, we can appreciate the lushness of the landscape. Patches of deep emerald green signify parks and nature preserves, protected enclaves of wilderness that stand in beautiful contrast to the orderly neighborhoods surrounding them. One such jewel is the 4 Mile Cove Ecological Preserve. As we drift over it, the landscape changes dramatically. The neat lawns and swimming pools give way to a dense tangle of mangroves. A winding boardwalk, visible as a thin meandering line, allows people to venture deep into this wilderness without disturbing it. We can see the shimmer of the water in the tidal creeks. It is a place of quiet, primal beauty, a haven for wading birds like egrets and herons which we can spot as still white figures against the dark green canopy. The city is also dotted with more manicured green spaces. Golf courses appear as vast, rolling carpets of perfectly maintained turf, their fairways curving gracefully around sparkling ponds. City parks, with their baseball diamonds and soccer fields, are vibrant hubs of community activity. We can see the small figures of people enjoying the open space, the countless palm trees which from this height look like small feathery stars, add to the tropical character of the city. They line the streets, cluster in yards, and stand tall in the parks. Our journey now takes us towards the city's eastern and southern boundaries, where a great, majestic waterway defines the landscape. This is the Caloosahatchee River, a wide and powerful artery that connects Lake Okeechobee in the heart of Florida with the tranquil waters of the Gulf of Mexico. From our aerial viewpoint, the river is a magnificent sight. As we glide along its course, we can see the elegant curve of the Cape Coral Bridge, its arches spanning the water and connecting the city to the historic town of Fort Myers. Along the riverfront, luxurious homes and high-rise condominiums have claimed prime positions. Marinas filled with sailboats and power yachts line the shore. The Caloosahatchee is more than just a boundary, it is a vital ecosystem. Near its mouth, where fresh water mixes with the salt of the Gulf, an estuary is formed. From above, we can sometimes spot the telltale V shape of a dolphin's wake as a pod hunts for fish, their sleek grey bodies momentarily breaking the surface. For the boaters below, the river is the gateway to adventure. Following its course downstream leads them past historic islands and into the open expanse of the Gulf. The Caloosahatchee is the city's heartstring, tying it irrevocably to the vast and beautiful Gulf of Mexico. As we drift further south, following the flow of the river into the Gulf, our gaze is drawn to the horizon. There, lying like long green sentinels guarding the coast, are the famous barrier islands of Sanibel and Captiva. From our vantage point, they appear as slender strips of land, a beautiful composition of white sand beaches, lush green interiors, and the deep blue of the surrounding sea. Sanibel Island is particularly distinctive from the air due to its unusual east-west orientation, which acts like a giant scoop, catching vast quantities of seashells carried by the Gulf currents. Even from this height, we can perceive the brilliant white of its beaches, a stark and beautiful line separating the green of the island's interior from the turquoise of the shallows. More than half of the island is protected as a national wildlife refuge, a fact that is clearly visible in the vast, unbroken tracts of mangrove forests and wetlands that dominate its landscape. Just beyond Sanibel, connected by a small bridge over a channel called Blind Pass, lies the even more secluded Captiva Island. From above, it looks like a fragile ribbon of sand and vegetation. The beaches here are pristine, and the water on the Gulf side is a spectacular palette of blues, from pale aquamarine near the shore to a deep indigo further out. These islands are not just beautiful landforms, they are integral to the local ecosystem and way of life. They protect the mainland, including Cape Coral, from the full force of Gulf storms. They are the wild jewels in Southwest Florida's crown, their timeless presence offering a sense of perspective and wonder as we gaze down from the peaceful solitude of the sky. Let us now descend a little to observe the human element of this landscape more closely. The homes of Cape Coral are as much a part of the scenery as the water itself. From above, they are a fascinating study in the architecture of leisure. Nearly every house that lines a canal has its own private dock, a small wooden pier extending out over the water. These docks are the focal point of life here. They are adorned with boats of all shapes and sizes, from small fishing skiffs to grand, multi-level yachts. The swimming pool is another ubiquitous feature. From the sky, they appear as brilliant azure and turquoise rectangles, squares and ovals, scattered across the landscape like fallen pieces of the sky. Almost every backyard seems to have one, often enclosed within a lanai, a large screen structure that allows for outdoor living without the nuisance of insects. The pattern they create is striking, a repeating motif of cool blue set against the green of the lawns and the deeper blue-green of the canals. The architectural styles of the homes are varied, yet they share a common purpose: to embrace the outdoors and the water. We see sprawling ranch-style houses and grander Mediterranean-inspired villas. Large windows and sliding glass doors are common, blurring the line between inside and out. The homes are not built to shut the world out, but to invite it in. This entire arrangement, the house, the pool, the lanai, the dock, the boat, is the physical manifestation of the Cape Coral dream. It is a lifestyle built around water, sunshine, and recreation. As our journey through the sky continues and the day begins to wane, the world below undergoes a magical transformation. The Florida sunset is a celebrated daily spectacle, but to witness it from above is an experience of unparalleled beauty. The sun, a perfect fiery orb, begins its slow descent towards the Gulf of Mexico. The quality of the light changes completely. The bright, sharp sunlight of midday softens into a warm, golden glow that bathes the entire landscape in a honeyed hue. Then, the colors begin to appear. The western sky becomes a canvas for an incredible display. Hues of brilliant orange, deep magenta, and fiery crimson bleed into one another. Wispy clouds, which were simple white puffs just an hour before, catch the last rays of light and ignite in shades of pink and purple. This celestial fire is reflected in the countless surfaces below. The wide expanse of the Caloosahatchee River becomes a shimmering mirror of liquid gold. Every one of the 400 miles of canals captures a fragment of the sunset, turning the watery grid into a network of molten light. From our privileged position, we can see how the entire city seems to pause and hold its breath during these fleeting moments. The water, the land, and the sky are united in a single, breathtaking symphony of color. The windows of the houses facing west flash with brilliant orange light, as if their interiors are filled with fire. The white hulls of the boats anchored in the marinas glow with a soft, peachy light. Even after the sun has dipped below the horizon, the show is not over. The afterglow lingers, painting the sky in softer, more delicate pastels. The first lights of the city begin to twinkle on below. Our time in the sky is drawing to a close. We begin our gentle descent, slowly returning to the world below. The grand, sweeping vistas give way to more intimate details. We can once again make out the individual homes, the swaying palm trees, the gentle ripples on the water's surface. The city lights grow brighter, tracing the lines of the streets and canals. From this journey, we carry with us a new appreciation for this unique place. We have seen it not as a collection of streets and addresses, but as a living, breathing system. Cape Coral is more than just a city with many canals. It is a lifestyle, an idea, a dream of living with and on the water, made manifest on a grand and beautiful scale. Imagine yourself here. Imagine waking to the sight of the sun rising over your canal, the water calm and inviting. Picture yourself setting off from your own private dock for a day of exploration. This is the promise of Cape Coral, a promise that is written into the very fabric of its landscape. The view from above reveals the full extent of this promise. As we touch down, the images from our flight linger in the mind's eye. The shimmering grid of water, the lush green preserves, the majestic river, and the fiery spectacle of the sunset. For high above the gentle shores of southwest Florida, the watery wonderland of Cape Coral is always there, waiting to be rediscovered, shimmering under the sun, a serene and beautiful dream floating between the land and the sea.